Okay, good morning everybody. My name is Tatiana Pereira and I am here with my classmates Darely Sanchez and Marcela Liscano, and now we are going to present to you our pedagogical project. So let's start. Our project is entitled Take a Trip with My Travel Log. So now I'm going to give you a short introduction about that, and at the moment of acquiring a second language, we know that it is necessary to think in pedagogical tools which can support and reinforce this process. So Travelogue is a useful tool in English teaching classrooms, and because first of all, it is possible to consider English as a meaningful language to use abroad, but also here is possible to improve several competencies such as writing, listening, and also to work in different vocabularies. And I mean with that A1 and A2 vocabularies related to with travel topics. So this project it is necessary to divide this in 10 sections, and we are going to implement here the deductive method, and we mean with that the generalization. We are going to give examples, but the most important, we are going to include here the practicum space in order to know what students learned during the project, during each section. So as a project, we are going to create a travel log, and okay, that's the introduction. So taking into account this relevant information that I mentioned, so we created this driving question. That's the question that we are going to give to our participants in order to make necessary the implementation of the use of Travelog. So how can you imagine your life as a traveler? So first of all, a good traveler, an excellent traveler, have to have their travel log. So taking into account that, we decided to create our objectives. So we have our general objective, that is to implement the travel log as a strategy to develop the writing and listening competencies, as I said before, in the English language of first and second semester students of the University of Pamplona. So our specific objectives, this is basically the development of our project. So first, it's to identify vocabulary, narrative, tenses, and verbs in simple past related to travel abroad, where English is used as a vehicle language. So we are going to work here vocabulary as means of transport, food, clothes, and more. Also to identify logical connectors for writing paragraphs, write sentences as coherent short paragraphs according to the topic work in each session. And finally, we have to encourage students to learn English language as a tool for the future in life in scenarios with native foreign speakers. So let's continue.
Hello everyone, I'm Vanessa Sanchez and I'm going to carry on with the methodology section. It's important to bear in mind that we are going to work on virtual methodology during this semester, so we are going to utilize a variety of virtual resources. The product for our project will be a travelogue. We are going to construct together with the students this travelogue at StoryJumper, that is an interactive platform to create books. That's why it fits perfectly with our project. The role as teachers, or our role as teachers, will be a guide. We are going to give guidance and orientations every time the students need. Besides, we won't explain deeply the vocabulary and the grammar for each section in order to give more time to students for their creations. Their role as students will be active. They are going to ask questions, to search on internet the information that they will need. So they are going to be the protagonists of their own project, their own learning. For the activities, we are going to carry out each session with a pre-activity that will be to remember what we worked the last session. Then the activity that will be the video, the explanatory video, or the images in order to explain the grammar and the vocabulary for the day. This is for maintain the motivation of students, because repetition could decrease their motivation. And for the post activity will be the assessment. For the individual assessment, we are going to utilize questionnaires at interactive platforms like Kahoot, Mentimeter, Socrative, or Wiserme. And for the groups assessment will be their productions for according to the topic for each session. The resources that we are going to use will be the Google Meet for our meetings, the platforms, online platforms to create questionnaires that I mentioned before, and Story Jumper and YouTube for our videos. And that's all for our methodology.
Hello, as you know, my name is Marcela, and today I am going to talk about our project's chronogram. To get started, you have to know that our project is divided into 9 sessions. We already settled the time and the day. We are going to start next week, all the Tuesdays at 2 p.m. until 3 p.m. But in the first and the last session, we are going to spend more time because, as you can see here, in the first session, we have opening and connectors. In the last session, we have festivals and closing. So for that reason, we are going to start at 2 p.m. until 3:30, okay? In the first sessions, in the opening, we are going to introduce ourselves, and we are going to talk about our project, what we have to do, what the participants have to do during the sessions, and obviously we are going to explain, we are going to talk about the main topic, that is connectors, okay? In all of the sessions, we are going to remind to the participants the last or the previous sessions, what we did in the last sessions, maybe doing an activity or asking questions, okay? Of course, we are going to use a video or images in order to explain the main topic, and of course, in order to create the paragraph that we are going to use to do the final product, okay? Also, we are going to assess each session with an activity, maybe on Kahoot, on Wiserme, on quizzes, on Socrative, and so on. Maybe it depends of the subject, okay? It is important to say that also we are going to work on grammar tenses in each session, and that we are going to use some platforms like Google Drive, Google Slides, YouTube, PowerPoint, or Story Jumper, okay? Also, in the last session, that is closing, we are going to explain or to work on festivals, and then we are going to show to the participants the final product. We are going to ask for a brief reflections or opinions about our project, and we are going to ask about opinions about the teachers, about us, of course. And we are going to thank to the participants for their participations in our project, of course. Okay? Here we have the project's posters. We are going to share with our partners this poster in order to find participants. And participants can contact us with our phone number, typing us on WhatsApp, okay? So that's it. That's all. Thank you so much.